because this is for the average Trump voter. This is for 4chan. Former President Donald Trump posted a video to Truth Social Thursday night portraying hypothetical headlines about a second Trump term. Beneath the one is text about the creation of a unified Reich. The post has been removed from Truth as of Tuesday morning, but several Twitter users posted it before it could be taken down. The video purports to show news stories that would be written if Trump were elected. Economy booms. Here's one headline. Border closed, occurs another. The video ends on a large tagline reading, MAGA. Also, okay. I know that, like, I've before in the past, and I'll probably continue to do this and say, like, look, we need to kind of recognize that there is strife amongst the Trump voting base, that, like, what they are feeling is the result of decaying capitalism. Like, we all kind of have to understand that. But all of that being, with that being said, economic anxiety, all the rest of the buzzwords that people use to describe what attracts people to Donald Trump, understand that there's, at the end of the day, like, no excuse for people being this fucking stupid and this fucking cringe constantly. There just isn't. The fact that, like, your big movement is just like MAGA. Like, it's just, I cringe every time and I wince because it's just, I just can't help but be like, you all are kind of pathetic for the way you approach politics. Beneath it, a blurry but legible text, a smaller headline talks about the quote creation of a unified Reich. The use of the German word Reich is reminiscent of the Third Reich, the official Nazi designation for its government and territory. This also is not a this shouldn't come to a shock to anybody, and this really shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody. Plain and simple. There's a reason why Ron DeSantis had that one staffer post that sussy Nazi video for his campaign. This is no different. This was meant to signal to the Nazis in their audience that, hey, we're Nazis too. So don't get any, don't let this or that, report of us, wanting to support Israel. Don't take any of that too heavily. We're still Nazis. And obviously they have to take it down because they have to do like the, oh, no, we didn't mean to communicate that. But this stuff goes through like so many eyes. This was allowed to run. In another part of the video, the background headline also says President Trump rejects globalist warming. Again, doing like the global, it's very obvious. Word warmongers. Wait, warmon? War Greymon? The word warmongers presumably being cut off. Okay, yeah. Some consider the word globalist anti-Semitic slur. I wouldn't consider it a slur, but it certainly is a trope. Like, globalist isn't a slur because globalist actually has a definition and has a, there's like something we're actually talking about besides the what's the word? The conspiracy that, like, Jews run the world, all that stuff. That's like baked in, don't get me wrong. Like, globalist is a term they use for that, but I wouldn't say that's like a blanket one. Throughout the video, newspaper backgrounds appear to have been cobbled together from World War I era news, referring to events and dates from that period. Trump campaign has distanced itself from the video, saying it was created elsewhere. This was not a campaign video. It was created by a random account online and reposted by a junior staffer who clearly did not see the word. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Not the Trump campaign. Just the guy who's at the center of the campaign retweeted it. Which, by the way, once again, if it indeed was a staffer, then it made it through enough eyes and they said, go ahead and run it. And certainly, and if it was just Trump, then that matters even less, because then that's just the guy saying it. Or the guy promoting it, I should say. Trump campaign, yeah. The incident adds a long line of connections between the former president, anti-Semitism. Last fall, Trump called his opponents vermin. Okay. And in an interview for the far-right website, said the immigrants were poisoning the blood of the nation, language that echoed Adolf Hitler. Okay, so there is an issue that I find with a lot of media these days, and it's been a little bit like this for the past, like, I don't know, I would say anywhere between like 8 to 10 years. I would say maybe like right before like 2016, before Trump came to office, just because of the audience and the voters that he attracts. But there just is this really I don't even want to say unfortunate, because it's not unfortunate. It's a really loose and really irresponsible way of a way that we talk about anti-Semitism, I think, in modern day politics. Because I think a lot of people were made aware of JQing, as on the internet, kind of not until Donald Trump and the conspiracy laden MAGA movement. We've kind of lost an ability to, I think, like, identify proper anti-Semitism, and this cuts both ways. There is an element to all of this language that is anti-Semitic, and there's an element that is communicating those kinds of sympathies to 4chan users, who don't leave the house. Like, there is absolutely communication going, like, that is sent out to his followers to communicate to a certain audience, right? But that cuts both ways. In the same way that we still see today, when people go to college campuses and say, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, and that gets labeled also as anti-Semitic. We have really flattened a lot of the context, I think, around anti-Semitism, to kind of be, I think, supportive, and to be like, in a, for those who obviously aren't anti-Semitic, to be cognizant of the, of a lot of the suspicion around Jews in far right media. But it's also led to the point where, the word vermin, like, ticks off, like, people's ears perk up when vermin is a rather normal like word for stuff. And understand that, like, yes, you want to supply the context of being like, that is terminology used, but like, then you get into like the whole, like, okay, well, how much do you need to contextualize that under this context? I think it's fair, but then again, as I said, it cuts both ways. Then when you're a student on a college campus and you are an anti-war protester, then also you get painted as anti-Semitic, because people are just incapable of, I think, like, differentiating between those two groups. It's just an issue I see, where too many times the anti-Semitism the line is thrown out there, just because I think everybody might be trying to always run stuff back to, like, 4chan and everything else. But with Trump, I understand it. It's just sometimes it gets tiring to be like, all right, guys, like, poisoning the blood, probably a little bit worse. Vermin, it's a, like, you want to balance. You don't want to look like everything, like, perks up your ears for anti-Semitism. Meanwhile, I say that, and then meanwhile, you have, like, CNN and other news orgs not really doing a great job of interviewing Benjamin Netanyahu during his genocide. So, there's also that. And that's the thing, is that Benjamin Netanyahu knows that. He knows the kind of delicate nature, there, and that's why he exploits. That's why he calls everybody anti-Semitic. It's become a point. Like, the danger in it is that, like, the term means like nothing these days. Everyone's anti-Semitic, you know what I mean? College students who would not like to see Gazans bombed and buried under rubble are the same as the Nazi who made this video. So then, not long after the Vermin speech, Trump hosted a dinner attended by Nick Fuentes, an outspoken anti-Semite. Fuentes was a guest at the dinner of Kanye West. At that dinner of Kanye West, another Trump ally with a history of anti-Semitic views. Oh, really? In all of these cases, Trump denies wrongdoing. For example, he later posts on Truth Social that he, quote, knew nothing about Fuentes and West, and that West brought him uninvited to the dinner. These anti-Semitic connections stretch back to the 2016 campaign. In early 2016, he at some point declined to disavow the support he was receiving from white supremacists, including former KKK Grand Wizard David Duke. Let's keep in mind, there's not like almost every Republican president in the last like 50 years has had the support of Grand Wizards of the KKK. The fact that he like didn't disavow doesn't really mean much, because it's not like any of the other Republican presidents were like from a policy standpoint opposed to any of the things that they would be opposed to, or that they would favor, I should say. Like, their politics are were the same at the end of the day. Later that year, he shared an image on Twitter featuring a 6-pointed star with text declaring Hillary Clinton to be the, quote, most corrupt candidate ever. The star was placed next to Hillary Clinton's head, photoshopped over a background of money. And as president in 2017, he responded to the violence during the Charlottesville. Yeah, we know, both fine people. Let's see. In the Philadelphia speech to members of the Service Employees International Union, VP Kamala Harris blasted Trump for posting the video. This kind of rhetoric is unsurprising coming from the former president, and it is appalling, and we've got to tell him who we are, yada, yada, yada. Later, President Biden blasted a video fundraiser in Boston, so that saying Trump uses Hitler's language, not America's, according to... Jesus. Let's go take a look at the actual video, and then
what happens?
Let's go take a look. Oh, let's see. Oh my God, what a fucking name. Why Arabs don't support reparations or Black Americans is you tethers want Black solidarity while you're operating white supremacy. Detention camps in Libya prevent a Black European. All right, this is a perfect example of. Let's take a look. Can we? Yeah. Okay, can you like get away? Oh, did they already get there? Yeah, it's okay. I'm just gonna double check YouTube, mainly because somebody decided they wanted to be weird in chat, in YouTube chat. Not super surprising, admittedly. Let's see, YouTube. Let's see, yeah. Let's just make sure. Let's just make sure that weirdos get Yep. Goodbye. Actually, let's just put you in like in a good 24 timeout. How about that, bud? Someone needs to take a break. I don't like to do it, but sometimes people just don't know how to not be weird. Anyway, right, video. Let's see.
What happens after Donald Trump wins? What's for America? The economy booms. American energy is unleashed, and an end to crushing taxes. The border.
I don't get why they do like this whole I don't get why it's like old ass like 1930s newspaper guys. You could just like, who the fuck? I guess this is a message for like boomers as well. But still, it's like,
border is closed,
Jesus, from
and
an
the
aesthetic
largest
standpoint.
deportation in history is underway. No more wars as we focus on home.
Keep in mind, if you deported 15 million undocumented immigrants, it would be ruinous for this country's production. Like, I want you to think about this for a minute. Think about how many undocumented immigrants across the entire nation are doing the farming that puts food in your grocery stores. Now, if you're like a farmer, those are, are you gonna, do you have the resources to pay an American a full, livable wage? Because keep in mind, Americans aren't applying for those jobs. They're just not. It'd be ruinous for people.
Law and order is restored.
Law and order restored.
The American dream is back, and the best is yet to come. Make America great again.
Can't read any of this shit. President Trump rejects globalists. Oh, warmongers put America first. I see. Where's the, wait, what is this? First World War, often abbreviated, causes, what? Okay. Hey, July 28th, 1914. That's, what is this? The war, nope, that's not it. Order, nope. Enter, I don't see the Reich one, but I might just, they might have already edited it out. I'm going to assume, what is this? Somethingly increase. Oh, no, I see it. Of a unified Reich. Okay. Wow.
Great again. What happens?
Yeah, because you also have to know that, like, whoever made this wanted there to be enough plausible deniability that they're like, no, it's like, no, that's not at all. You guys are reaching. That says, that says something totally different. Like, it's always one of those where Nazis online, as much as they want to talk about, like, master race and all that bullshit, they're always such fucking cowards. They never want to just say it with their chest. They always got to euphemize. They always got to be fucking weird about it. But, so, from one anti-Semite to, well, I suppose after that, I want to watch Mehdi Hassan's reaction to, what's it called? To the word Nazi has lost all meaning. Heck, left call their own Nazis when they don't agree with each other. Well, yeah, so that's like, I was saying that earlier about like the anti-Semitism thing. Like calling somebody an anti-Semite has lost like every single drop of its legitimacy. In terms of calling people Nazis, it's one of those where like, I guess I would like, I have to agree, because just in general, like from an objective standpoint, I do have to agree that the term Nazi at this point doesn't really mean much, especially online. I do think that there is what's the word? Not a use, but there is, they're like, I can understand, and like, because the word Nazi, when you label somebody with that, it kind of encapsulates how many it kind of encapsulates a lot of different elements that people can quickly understand and reference. And for that, I suppose, like, it's good, like, it's a good, like, shortcut. But a lot of times my issue is people use that and then have no interest in kind of going into that more, explaining how like, why they think somebody is a Nazi. Some people do better than others, but yeah, I mean the at least, like, you know, for most people it's kind of just like, I don't know, isn't everybody a Nazi these days? And yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know, it doesn't seem like they were trying to make a Nazi message or anything to me. I think they use newspaper clippings for their background. Well, they were obviously going, if you look at, like, it's very obvious that they were going for like a World War II ye olde, you know, fucking you know, rough aged paper look. And like there's a World War I reference in there. Where's the, one second here. Like, shut up. Like, you can, like, yeah. Whoa, go back. Wait, no, I just saw it. Yeah, First World War, often abbreviated. Like, it's, oh wait, sorry, you can't see this. There we go. Like right here, First World War, often abbreviated, da 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 da, causes world, yeah, that sort of thing. Like, it's, they're going for, like, they're going for 30s, 40s, I guess kind of 50, but they're going for like the 30s and 40s, like newsboy, you know, like, you know, you should, you know, this is like the headline of one of those kids with caps. It's like, extra, extra, read all about it. Borders closed. 15 million illegal aliens deported. Like, that's the vibe that they're going for. Yeah, like 1914, 1918. Like, they're going for like ye olde ass. Like, this is a filter you put. You can like find this filter on a lot of video editors. Yeah, like, it's supposed to look fucking old. Yeah, and you can kind of see that it's like, there's enough plausible deniability. I wouldn't, just don't fall for this sort of stuff. It's, they communicated what they wanted to communicate to the people they wanted to communicate it to. That's what at the end of the day, this was not for your average Trump voter. They saw this and they only focused on this part. They only focused on this part. They only focused on the stuff that's like not blurry, because it wouldn't be, because this is for the average Trump voter. This is for 4chan. They communicated like, it's just, it, yeah, it's like, what's the, you know, it's like the invisible ink pens that you used to get, or markers that you get in school. Hello. You've made it to the end of the video, something that only the strongest and elite of YouTube viewers make it to. So, as a reward, I will bestow upon you some wisdom, some guidance. You should subscribe to this channel. You should do it like right now. It told you to do it earlier, but like, you were so good, you blew past that, like a pro esports player. You blew past that first ask and made it all the way here to the boss. And now the door opened behind me. And I think something is going to come and get me unless you subscribe.